then the other thing I wanted to say, because I just came across this while I'm cleaning the Marimo, is sometimes, like this happened in shipping, and it might have even happened with one of the roots coming down too hard on it. See how Marimo is broken like this, which looks very sad, but it's okay. And there's nothing wrong with it. I just really am super careful when I squeeze the water out to kind of keep it to its natural form as much as possible. And also, I like to make sure it's nice and squeezed out because it's not quite the same shape. But there's nothing wrong with it. So you can almost barely tell if you really squeeze it kind of back into its original shape. And when it absorbs the water, the new water again, it'll kind of open up again. But there's no reason to be upset if your Marimo ball is not a perfect little round ball, which these are pretty cute. Oh, and the other thing is, sometimes they get brown spots, and that, again, totally normal. Nothing wrong with it. See this little brown spot? That just, the algae will go ahead and grow over that, and it'll be all covered in green once again. So just really the only thing that you're looking for in your Marimo balls is like a danger, or there's something wrong with it, is if you smell it and it smells like kind of stinky, kind of stagnant, you really want to squeeze all the water you can out of it. And I've actually removed the Marimo balls before that have that and just put them in a separate container and just see how they do, and they've come back just fine. We're almost done. See, that one's a little stinky, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a slightly harder squeeze to get all of the water out of it to make sure it's not stagnant. And I don't grow these. I mean, I get them from a really wonderful supplier, and I grow them for my own personal decorative and just kind of plant nerd. See, that's a little stinky still. I go ahead and squeeze it a little more. But I have seen them grow really nice and slowly in this environment. Again, indirect light. You never want to stick them in sunlight. It will burn them. It will kill them pretty quickly. Let's see, just 2 more, 3 more of the minis. I think that's it. And maybe we can get some footage of just how cute they are. Once they're out of the water, and they can handle being out of the water for quite some time. As if you have to ship them or send them to someone, you can put them in a plastic bag for a day or two. As long as they don't ever lose all of their moisture, they're fine. Or they're not in too much heat. They like to be in kind of, think of their environment as being like river or lake environment. That's where they're going to be happiest. So they're pretty beautiful. Right, so this is all the really disgusting water, and I have a collection of rocks and crystals and shells that we've had over the years that sit at the bottom of this, but I'm going to go ahead and dump all of this water out, clean the vase. I like to clean my vases with water and white vinegar, water, like warm water, not a sponge unless it's the sponge that I use for just this purpose. So I usually use a clean rag and white vinegar and water, and I'll dump everything out and give it a full clean and rinse it quite a bit, and then put tap water, cold tap water back in it, and then I'll have you guys back here to watch as I put them in, how I do the placement of things. Okay.